4. What's up, guys? Welcome back to the EG Pod Thunder, the 1 year anniversary Valentine's Day edition, baby. Get it with my guy to my right, my guy _ Jesus Claus.
What's going on, everybody? Back again. Happy Valentine's Day to all you lovebirds out there.
Hey, all you lovebirds out there. And to my left, my guy, it has been 1 year officially since he has come back. Have you found love? The Love of Elray edition.
Not the
We'll get into that.
For the Love of Elray edition ever again. Ever again.
For the Love of Elray edition,
I remember that episode. That was cool.
That was I think that was that the first episode?
That was like the
first episode.
debut.
Episode. That's funny.
The 1 year anniversary Valentine's Day edition. It's kind of crazy on every year for Valentine's Day. It's the 1 year anniversary. Like typically I've been dropping like the episodes on Friday, but I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna do like the special edition that one day of the week, whatever it is for Valentine's Day. It's a Tuesday. It's coming out on Tuesday this year.
We should come back every like Valentine's Day and just like have an evaluation. Anybody found love yet? It's like no, still nothing.
Yeah, I mean that's the game plan right here. That's why we're following up with Elray. How's it been? Did that do you any justice? Did you get in trouble or what?
Get in trouble with who and what?
Yeah,
I don't know.
You can't really get in trouble if you're single. There's nobody to be mad at you.
I mean, there definitely is people that can get mad at you.
Yeah, but the amount to which you care about them being upset with you is it changes.
I mean, I don't know.
If you're in a serious relationship with somebody, you hold their opinion to a higher standard, I imagine, than somebody you're just kind of casually dating.
Yeah, I mean, we can go into it because we were kind of focusing on Elray that episode. It was the first episode, and to look back on it real quick, like I heard it back the other day, and it was just audio, but it was still different. Like I'm hearing myself back, and I'm like, wow, that's so weird. Like I felt like I'm thinking I'm good at that point, which was still pretty good for a first episode, but it's like, wow, I've improved so much. But to get back on like the Elray, like did you care about anybody thought of that episode, or like, was it like, damn, this is kind of weird, or like just like your thoughts on like that first episode? Like we kind of did focus on your love life. As it was like a joke.
Yeah, because the whole thing was a joke, but it was like cool because I don't know. It was like the first time for me at least, doing anything like that. So like I didn't have any experience or like didn't know what to expect. It was just something we just did.
Did anybody like listen to it and they're like, oh, so this is what you're thinking, or like did anybody somehow get mad at you, or like did it ever come across your table like you're bored, like, oh, is this what you thought, or that type of shit?
No, I don't think so. I definitely don't think so.
Yeah, I've done like a year of episodes, and there's only been one instance where like negative, I guess, feedback I've heard, and I was just like, oh, okay, that's a stupid scenario. But I mean, for the most part, I've heard like positive things, like random different people, like even like in the gym, and like hearing from people. From like some friends, like, oh, my friend, like coming out in the future, this upcoming Friday, our boy E Official said that off camera that he's been like seeing like the clips circulate online. His friends are talking about it, and it's like that's dope. So those are I'm hearing positive things.
It's a lot of growth. The EG pod has come a long way.
Yeah, yes, sir. How about you, Bill? Has anybody like? You said that it's off camera, so like
reached out to me and like mentioned like seeing it and stuff. Yeah, it's happened quite a few times. Just random people hitting me up saying, I saw your episode on the podcast, thought it was hilarious. I've had funny stories. Like somebody came up to my mother in the grocery store one time and said, I saw your son on a podcast and it was hilarious. And then she went and watched the podcast, and that was an ordeal. That was a lot of explaining had to happen there. But because it was like the first episode.
Is that the one where you talk about your dad?
It's literally the first episode I was ever on, where you asked me about like my mother and father and their divorce and like living next to each other after the divorce and stuff like that. And yeah, that was a real.
You gotta say, Mom, it's for entertainment.
Yeah, I have to. It's not funny if I just go, oh, my parents are good, and just kind of don't tell you any. Like I kind of it's a lot more entertaining if I'm open and tell you all the details that everybody wants to know but doesn't want to talk about. Like that's what makes it interesting. And I've always been. That's why I think I'm like, I guess halfway decent at this. Is I've always been the person to like overshare. I've always been the person who makes the conversation awkward and brings up the things you're not supposed to say. But in this environment, it kind of like it works.
Yeah, I guess like it definitely works for sure. It definitely works, and like oversharing and being able to be vulnerable, but also get the entertainment side of it. Because I know you're a big podcast listener, so you get it. Like you don't want to listen to a podcast where it's just fucking boring. Like, what am I gonna have these people on who don't have like who aren't a college coach or they're not an athlete? What are we gonna talk about? How was your day at work? Oh, it was good. How about you? Like, no one gives a shit about that. Like, you got to make up some shit, even if it's some like lies. Like, I be making random shit up. Like, we're talking about random shit that entire episode. It's like, you really think I'm doing this? Obviously not. Like, it's just for jokes.
Or like, even if it is like, the more vulnerable you're willing to be, or the more you're willing to like touch on the taboo topics. Like, that's the stuff that's gonna like. That's the stuff that's gonna stick with people. They don't want to hear. They don't want to hear a conversation they've had with their friends or their family. Like they want to hear some. People want to hear something like unique and interesting, and that's why I think it was cool you decided to even do this in the first place. Because
for sure. And obviously, I'm joking majority of the time. I think like the one serious podcast. Obviously, when I have sports and like sports athletes, obviously that's like serious, but I still intertwine jokes in between those. But it's like, I think you got to have that point where you're just saying random stuff to hit, to go viral, to be funny. I think I'm a pretty funny dude, so just always just joking in between. Like, obviously I'm not being serious half the time. Like, I think the only one I'm being serious the entire time was with Brandon, the 50th episode.
Right.
Besides that, it's like, you gotta have some humor. And like, I don't know, me personally, I don't like listening to podcasts that are boring. And like, are you like, you're not a big podcast listener, right, Elray?
No, I listen to podcasts here and there, especially as of late. But when I'm listening, like, I definitely want to hear things that are like that at least catch you. It doesn't have to necessarily be funny, but just like shit that's not just mad monotone, like this happened, da, 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 da. You know what I'm saying? You want to hear something that's like that keeps you like listening, something that makes you want to tune in again next week. You know what I'm saying?
Like an engaging conversation.
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
Like as long as I can tell the two people are like they're both present in the conversation, and like that's more entertaining to listen to than just some random run of the mill whatever.
Yeah, and for the most part, we're going to be random to these people watching on YouTube. Whoever's watching YouTube, I don't know who you are. People watching from everywhere. Like, you don't know, but it's funny when it's someone you know that people feel like it's different. Like, oh, like, if a girl's saying something you don't know, oh, you think it's hot, or you think it's cool, oh, they're being funny. But once it's someone like you're like, oh, that person's being weird. Like, why did they say that? Like, it's different. Like, I think it's just different when people, like, get judged in that aspect. It's like, if you don't know this person, you probably think it's hilarious. But since you know this person, you're judging them. I've seen that happen a couple of times in the podcast when people feel weird after. And it's like, bro, like, it's all for the jokes. It's for funny. It's entertainment. Like, I ask everybody before we go live, is there any off limits? People say no. You say no, I'm gonna ask random shit.
Yeah, you kind of set yourself
it's
up.
It's not, but I don't think you ever asked to get people caught up. It's just like you said. You asked if there was anything off limits. You said no. So
people don't realize what's off limits until they're asked.
Until they're asked, and then you're like, then you're trying to give the code like, hey.
It's like, hey, I don't want to talk about this. It's like, you said you wanted to talk about everything.
Yeah, that's 100%.
It's anal sex. How do you feel about it?
Yeah, so we're with the 100th episode here with my guys, the two most requested guests. Talked about guests, I would say.
Most requested.
I would say.
I know, that's a bold statement. I don't, like, how does that work?
You guys like, we were there when we were watching the Royal Rumble. We're talking about Bo, and then Brad and Flanny said that Bo's the boat.
Yeah. That's true.
People get... when I have people on, and they're like, oh, I seen Bo on, I'm going to tap into that one. I seen Elray on, I'm going to tap into that one. Like, I don't hear, I hear that more often than other people. I'm not saying people don't talk about other people, but it's definitely, I hear more often, like, oh, Elray's on that one.
People are definitely requesting Michelle.
Michelle's definitely a fan favorite as well. There's no doubt about that for sure. Because she gets it. Like we were talking about before, like she gets it.
She's like, yeah, she's a good
humor,
guest.
Yeah, the humor portion of it. Like she catches like the little hints, like segues. I don't have to be like, this is a segue, next topic. Like she gets it. Like it's just flowing conversation. Other people, don't get it sometimes. But you guys get it. This 100th episode, Valentine's Day edition, brought to you by Tito's.
I was going to ask, are we sponsored by Tito's? When did that happen?
100% was sponsored by Tito's.
Let's get it. Some things happening. Sponsored by Tito's. Let's get it, baby. We got to take a shot. You got it.
Shout out to Tito's.
I really don't want to pour
I have Tito's in this cup, so I will take a shot of this Tito's that is in this cup.
Same.
Yeah, so we're here. We are... brought to you by Tito's. We're here with Bo and Elray, we're here. Let's watch this clip that Bo sent to me on IG. Let me get your thoughts about this.
Let me get your thoughts on this, Elray. I want to hear just exclusively your opinion, then we'll chime in. Start here. Here we go. Here's the beginning of the clip.
Let's start with this is one of my favorite Beyonce songs ever.
It's a good, it is
and
a
I don't
great
even
song.
like Beyonce.
Oh, so you're part of the Beehive?
No, I hate Beyonce.
No, they're annoying too online.
Did you get what's happening here?
I mean, it's pretty obvious.
At first, I didn't catch it when you first brought it when I put it up.
Yeah.
So the dude's two-stepping to this girl, get a number.
He's making his way, and then Shorty came through. She said, "No, that's a big girl."
That's a bit. Yeah, she's
out here being a left tackle blocking.
Damn, there's 3 people in that fucking event. How
it's not,
you can't stop the one person from coming up to her.
At 3 people, you can't call it an event.
I gotta give the dude credit for being a white dude. He's 2-stepping over. He's trying to be smooth. He's trying to be smooth.
I said he's. I feel bad for him because he probably had to take a shot or two and get a little courage in him to do a cold open like that, and then to just get shut down by the person you're not even approaching.
It's crazy. Out of left field. His back was turned to her. He was not expecting that. That's crazy.
Doesn't it look like the girl he's approaching like kind of
She definitely does. Look at her. She's upset.
She's as drunk as she could possibly be. She's hammered and she's just looking for a good time.
She was sucking some cock that night.
If she's drunk, I understand. Because you want to protect your friends. You get what I'm saying?
Everyone's drunk.
I get it. When you're extremely drunk, you want to protect your friends. But she doesn't look that drunk to me. She looks like she's like.
She looks like she can make a consenting decision.
That's between. Oof.
She looks like she can make a. She looks like she can make a relatively informed decision. Still.
She looks like she's just there dancing. I don't know.
She's not falling over herself.
Where was this though? I mean, there was like 6 people in the spot.
It's like Maine.
That's probably the popping spot of the weekend.
There's not a lot
there.
of soul on that dance floor.
I mean, he got 2-stepping over. He got some swag.
He's got the most in the whole room, and it's not.
He
much.
had his phone out. He was ready to go. He's about to slide the phone.
He was ready for the whole thing, and she wasn't like moving or turning away. She saw him coming. She saw. I think this is. I think it.
The comment, we could have used her on our offensive line this season.
There's some brutal comments.
I can imagine.
So, what's your thoughts on this, Elray? If you're this dude, what's going through your head?
I feel like if you're the dude approaching it, you're definitely gonna be heated because that's player hating right there. Just like don't player hate.
Yeah. Like we even discussed like you basically have to like leave and go find another spot. That there's like for one like there's so many there's nobody there. There's nobody else there.
Yeah, I mean we're the Valentine's edition. We're trying to help find love. We're trying to find our man John over here, love, and freaking Larry Tunsil comes over here and blocks him out the way. I'd be pissed.
Baseball cap in the club is kind of a weird move too.
I wouldn't consider this a club.
Whatever.
Yeah,
I would not consider this a club.
Are you saying like that specific like dad hat? Or are you saying like hats that me and Elray are wearing in the club are off?
Both seem like they don't belong there.
All right, Elray, you have not. Bo, you have not been in the club for a minute. Hats is popping right now.
Hats in the club is a thing.
Yes, 100%. 100%.
It's. Yeah, I would agree. Yeah, you can kind of wear like whatever now. I feel like before, like
there's nobody like stopping you at the door saying, "Yo, listen, player, I can't let you in with those sneakers."
Yeah, no, not really. No, not
Okay,
really.
that's pretty cool.
There was like a point in life where it was like if you weren't wearing Sperry's into a bar you were going out to, like, and a button-up shirt. Like you weren't getting in. Now I feel like less places really.
What
care.
a crazy time!
Yeah, definitely. I can't think of nowhere, at least in Rhode Island, that's like that. Only place I travel a lot. And the only places I can think that are like that would be Vegas. You can't wear shorts, and you can't wear caps in the club.
Shorts I get.
Yeah,
but you can pay that hooker for a blowjob in Vegas. You can
anywhere.
100%.
Yeah, Miami now you can wear hats. You can wear whatever.
That very obvious hooker standing there. You can do that, but that you need buttons on your shirt.
Actually, I was saying DR, they were on that. They did not allow hookers on the floor, like at all.
Yeah, they're like, not on the floor, right up there. Do it over there.
No, like, on the premises. There was no like really hookers at all. Like there was a couple that they must have been blowing off the bodyguards because like they got on the campus and they were obvious. But it's like for the most part there wasn't. But so yeah, I mean they did a good job in DR. I was saying that.
Bodyguards is hilarious.
But in Vegas, I'm sure they're everywhere.
Yeah, that's
without a doubt.
Part of the business.
You ever got try to get engaged by one, Elray?
Engaged by what?
Try to get engaged?
Well, like they try to
just-
get your money,
they-
like hookers,
they
like
tried to, yeah.
and make places like in Vegas or in places like that.
No, I don't think I've ever really been to a place where like I've encountered that really.
That you don't think they were there, or that you noticed.
No, that I've personally encountered.
That's
you know what I'm
probably
saying?
my thing. I probably have been and been so like oblivious to it. Like, I don't know when a regular girl's hitting on me. Like,
Oh, you want a shot? Yeah, well, I'll pay for it. Oh, you want to pay for it? And at the end of the night, it's like, have you seen that episode in what was that on like Showtime? The dude was like kind of like a player. Oh
I
man.
don't watch a ton of shows.
Oh fuck, I can't remember.
Dexter? Dexter was on
I
shows.
can't. Californication. You ever seen
I never watched
Californication?
that.
David Duchovny. He was on X-Files. I know
Yeah,
that. I know the guy.
basically he hooks up some girl at the end. She's like, oh, that's $1,000. He's like, wait, what?
Yeah.
He's like, that's $1,000. He's like, I thought you were flirting. She's like, I wasn't flirting. I'm a prostitute.
That's
He's
like Albie in White Lotus. That's exactly like Albie in White Lotus. He thought he found love, and she was like, so.
Finding love.
What is the
Valentine's Day
character's
edition.
name? That's gonna drive me crazy now because I watched a ton of that show. Fuck
Californication. I can't remember his name.
Hank Moody.
Is that his name on the show?
He was an author who used to just bang everybody.
Yep. Yeah. So like, what do you think you do in that scenario though? So you think you're at a club?
Like you just had sex with a girl. You thought you just hooked. You thought you just pulled like a hot chick from the club. Go home, have sex with her, and then she pulls out her cash app or
$1,000,
something.
Yeah.
That's-
What are you doing at that point?
I can't be rude. I guess I have to give her $1,000. I can't. What am I gonna do? Well, actually, no. You know what?
That's wild.
Actually, you know what? I can't. It's technically illegal to do to be a prostitute and do that. Am I wrong?
Wait, do you have
positive.
to like? So if you're a prostitute, do you have to be like open? Like, in, like
You can't. The only reason I'm gonna be like I'm gonna go call the police. No, I'm not paying that. Call the police.
That's wild.
Call the police and say I won't pay you for sex. Good. What do we do now? What do we do? We're at a stalemate. You're not snitching on yourself, right?
Do you feel like some type of like ashamed? You're like, oh damn, now they're gonna think that I'm paying for a prostitute.
No, I think at that point in my head, I still just pulled the hot chick from the bar, and she's delusional and wants money.
Yeah,
I'm gonna go with that. I'm gonna just deny that it's ever been a prostitute.
I mean, that's genuinely what happened. You went up and thought
I know that's
swag.
exactly what happened, but there's just no way I'm paying you $1,000 for sex.
Dude, no fucking way. All right, are you feeling bad? Or you're like, I guess, like I don't want to like get beat up by her John. She probably has like a dude like in the room there.
I'm not putting myself in that position.
Wait a minute.
But you don't know, though.
I just had sex with her, and there's a dude in the corner.
No,
son. Where did he come
Watch it.
from?
No, he's like in
I'm
a
putting
hotel
my
room
clothes
or
on and go,
something.
where did you come from? Have you been here the whole time?
Do you want to join or what? What's going on there? No, but Elder, you wouldn't know though. Like you think you're being like you got all the juice in the world. This girl's on me. You're flirting in the club. You're like, damn, she just wants me.
Yeah.
Then you hook up with her. Then she pulls that card at the end. Like, oh, you know that was $1,000, right?
I'd go call him, bring him up here. We'll have a fight. One of us will get shot.
What are you doing in that situation? Would you be like, I guess I'm paying, or are you like, fuck no, you didn't tell me?
No, I don't know. I'm not paying for something. I'm not paying for sex.
Yeah.
Period.
You have to discuss that with me up front. You can't just pull it on me at the last second after I've already come that you're a prostitute and I'm paying for. I'm a different person now. I'm not the same guy I was 30 minutes ago before I came. I'm
turning into a lawyer.
I was Bo back there. I'm William now. I can't help you. I don't have money for this. I don't even want to have sex with you.
I'm broke.
Yeah.
I generally don't have $1,000. I'm
Yeah.
not paying for this shit.
Yeah,
no way. We can go back down and say, I was buying you $1 shot. I was buying you dollar Everclear shots. You think I have $1,000?
We're in Vegas, presumably. I lost it all gambling. I'm sorry. I lost it all.
We're in New Orleans. I'm buying dollar Everclear shots.
The last I have is for this room.
Oh,
That's
dude.
it.
I've done that actually in New Orleans where I bought dollar Everclear shots with Steve. We were buying like the needle ones where they put like the Jello shots in it.
Yeah.
They're like Jello shot Everclear. Dude, blacked out that night.
Everclear.
You ever had some like wild stories? I know you have for sure. Well, I know both of you have. I know you guys know me. I've had too. But what's some like wild ass? Have you ever? All right, keeping on the Valentine's Day edition. Have you ever like drank too much like on a first date, second date, or like upcoming dates and it just ended bad? Or the kind of vice versa, the girl did it to you and you're like, what's going on here?
Drank too much on a date? Not that I can recall. I usually try not to drink much on a date at all, to be honest with you. I like to be like as present as I possibly can.
You've never been loaded to like.
I mean, okay, I can.
Yes, definitely have stories. Like,
I don't want to
incriminate myself over there.
I'm just trying to think of like the last, at least like the last like party, getting drunk and puking story I can at least think of.
I remember seeing you at like on Pembroke one time. You were wasted.
Yeah, I mean,
Wait, that was like a bad. You were bad.
It was college on Pembroke, of course I was. Everyone, yeah.
I feel like I never really got that bad on Pembroke.
I can remember one specifically. It wasn't in Providence or anything like that, but it was a house party. I want to say it was somewhere up in Massachusetts because I know I was with like my friends who were like from like more like Central Mass.
But please the
No. He's from Seekonk. He's I know him from my hometown.
Yeah. Have you heard his friend's Twitter name before?
Kyle Pleads the Fifth. It's a great name.
Best friend I have.
And yeah, that's twice in a row now. I've shouted him out on here. He's going to be very happy about that.
Yeah, back-to-back episodes.
I was at a house party. I want to say maybe 2013. I was still in college. And this is probably the last time I was ever like at a party out somewhere where I got so drunk and I literally got sick. I was, you ever been to those house? We've all been to these house parties where it's like once everybody's there, it's shoulder to shoulder. You have a hard time getting. So I'm in the kitchen. I can see the bathroom. I'm on the beer pong table, and I feel it happening. And so I have to like tap my partner on the shoulder and be like, "Listen, I got to go to the bathroom real quick." And
you're better than me. I
take like a 2-minute like work my way over to the bathroom, which isn't even far from the beer pong table, but it's so cramped in there. I get to the door, and of course I'm knocking on it, and it's. We're in here. Give us a second. Jessica's gotta be annoying.
Oh shit!
So yeah, so now I'm at the point of no return. It's coming.
You're panicking.
And I gotta find I gotta find a hamper. I gotta find a bedroom
somewhere.
I gotta do something slick and dirty. And I didn't find anything. I ended up. It was an apartment where it's like it was like a duplex, like a double family, and they were on the top floor. And I finally make it to the door where I think I'm home free. I'm gonna get out safe. I get to the door, and then I realize I'm on the second floor, and I've got the stairs. And I get maybe to the like third step down, and even do the hand. You try to hold it. Yeah. I pinwheeled, fucking throw up through my finger holes all over the stairs and the wall. And
bro, you're better than me.
The real question is, did anybody see you do that?
I mean, if
because I would have just walked away and pretended it didn't happen.
I literally did it, and I just walked outside and walked to my car and went. And just drove back.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
How about you? Have you had any bad like first dates, or I feel like you wouldn't do that, but I don't know. Have you had any bad dates where you drank too much and like, oh, that's a bad decision on my part?
No, not that I can think of. No, I don't think.
Yeah, I had a female drink too much, and you're like, oh, this is no go.
Yes. Yeah.
No, not that I can remember.
What do you think is weird if you went on a first day and like you got a drink and then she didn't get a drink? Like, do you think that's an odd dynamic? Like, so if she's not drinking, are you not drinking? Are you following her vibe, or if she's getting a drink, you're gonna get a drink, or is it weird? Is it weird if one person doesn't drink in that date scenario?
If my date's having a drink, I'm gonna have a drink. But if because like I said, if I'm on a date with somebody, especially like first date, getting to know people, like I'll have 1, 2, 3 drinks. Like 3 drinks will be like where I draw the line, because after that I'm gonna start having too much fun. Yeah,
podcast Bo comes out.
Yeah, I'll start.
What kind of porn you watch?
I'll start talking like yeah. So like I know like whereabouts I need to draw the line, and if I see her like, I don't know what other people's lines are, but if I see her like that's a major red flag. If I see you like obviously like trying to get hammered, or just like getting really sauced up while we're on a date, like that kind of reads weird to me.
You find it disrespectful?
A little disrespectful, and also just a little bit like, it's just a little like, is that what you think this is? Is that like, it's one thing if that's the plan, like we're gonna go out and we're gonna drink, but I'm also not doing that with somebody I'm just meeting. And so if that's the thing you want to do when you just meet somebody is get yourself hammered, and like I don't know, that just kind of reads weird to me. It's like that's a definite red flag. Like how much are you gonna remember about this encounter between the two of us? Like you're getting that sauced up that and do you need to get that fucked up to fucking talk to somebody and be comfortable?
I think that
it all just kind of reads weird to me.
Do you think? How about you, outright? Think that's weird? If like one person of the date isn't drinking.
I feel like it could be a weird dynamic,
right? I think it's a little weird for sure.
If they don't drink, though, if they're like,
yeah, that's what I'm saying. Especially like if you're meeting someone and it's your first time, like going out on a date with them. I feel like it could definitely be weird because you don't know. You know what I'm saying? Then you don't want to be like, oh, I don't know if like, cause say they're like an alcoholic or their parent was an alcoholic and they don't drink because of that, and then you're drinking. So then it's weird.
You're like, come on, take a shot.
Yeah,
like, here we go again. Fuck.
It's like I lost my best friend to drunk driving. You're like, wow, way to throw a fucking damper on the party. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
it's like
now
it's
like,
definitely
wow, that's heavy.
Dynamic.
I need a drink.
Oh fuck, do you smoke then? that definitely is weird. Like it happened to me like way before, and I didn't feel like drinking that day, but the girl didn't drink, so I didn't drink. I was just like, oh, I'm not drinking anyway. Yeah. And then after she was like, I'm glad you didn't drink because I didn't drink, and I'm like, well, that's not why. It's not why I didn't feel like drinking, but basically she was like, oh, I kind of would have like judged, and I'm like, that's kind of weird. Like just because you're not drinking, I'm not drinking. But then it's like weird. It's like a weird. It's like, was that a test?
Yeah, because she felt the need to tell you, I'm glad you didn't drink.
It was definitely a test.
It's like, well, why? Would it have been? Why would it be a problem if I did?
Yeah, if I had a glass of sangria, if I ordered like 6 shots, it's fucking weird. Like, all right, 6 shots.
You're the one with a problem, not me. You're judgmental.
I mean, it didn't work out at all. But I'm just saying, like that happened in the past, like on the previous day before, and it's like, oh, this is an odd dynamic.
Yeah,
it's just like so weird how like we've definitely had this discussion before. It's the first time, by the way, guys. We've had Elray and Bo on the podcast. On Bo's podcast, I don't remember which one it was, but we talked about how little things. Isn't it weird how like such little things can be like a cutoff for somebody? Like a little ass thing, like you said, like someone the way they chew food on the first date.
The way they chew food, yeah. I've heard a girl say before that like my boyfriend drags his feet and I can't be with him anymore. I know where he is at all times in the house, and it's such a turn off for me. How are you supposed to ever sneak up on me? Like what? That's a thing you don't want. But I get that. I get annoyed with people dragging their feet. I don't know if I could like break up with somebody over that. But that's especially with women, like you get like weird things will give women like the ick about a guy, and they'll just like.
But I feel like if you're
be turned off completely.
If you're complaining about that at that point, you're probably just
looking for a reason.
Fed up. You're probably just looking for anything like, what the fuck, Elray? Lift your fucking feet up.
Yeah.
You're like, yo, are you fucking for real? I put my pajamas on. Leave me the fuck alone. That's why I'm fucking dragging my feet.
Why are you dragging your feet while you're putting your pajamas on? How do you even do that? That's an art in itself.
Yeah.
You're jumping, you're putting them on.
No, because I feel like, I don't know what it is, but I feel like when you put slippers on your feet, like naturally you drag your feet a little bit more. Because when people are wearing slippers around the house, you drag your feet. But if you're wearing like, if you're out and you drag your feet, that would piss me off. Like, the fuck are you dragging your feet for?
So you're breaking up with her.
No,
pick up your fucking feet,
I'm
Rachel.
Just saying, like it could be you. I'd be like, what the fuck are you dragging your feet for? Like what the hell? We're in fucking Home Depot. Pick your fucking feet up.
I think that is. But I think the bigger red flag is who's fuck's wearing like slippers like an old grandma. I haven't worn slippers in forever.
I have house slippers, but they're like hard bottom. So like if I drag my feet, it's like I'm dragging my feet in sneakers.
Yeah,
you're gonna fucking face plant if you're doing that.
Like, if I literally got traction, I can walk the dog outside in these, but I don't.
But you're wearing slippers?
I wear like.
Same thing like Bo, like a hard bottom slipper.
Yeah.
So primarily, like in the house, I wear my Easy slides. So that's not. You know what I'm saying? Like they're like those are technically a hard bottom, but I probably drag my feet a little bit in them.
You probably tear your ACL though if you were like.
If I was super dragging them, but like just in like the grand scheme of it, like I like I said, I feel like when you're comfortable, you're more prone to drag your feet. Like as soon as you put your comfortable house slipper on, whatever your house slipper may be. I feel like you're more prone to drag.
Wow,
your feet.
Imagine that. This guy is like feels like his ultimate comfort level with this person, and she's like, I'm gonna break up with him over it.
How about you?
I got so caught up in the fucking slippers, I forgot what we were even talking about.
The conversation was, is that kind of crazy how like little red flags on like your first couple of dates? Are you like or how about you, Elray? You're on the first date with this girl for Valentine's Day. You're taking her out this year, whatever. Last year's edition, whatever. But like you're on a couple of dates. Are you seeking red flags, or are you just playing the cool guy? Like I feel like people go out their way just to like, oh, this is a red flag. Like red flags is such a topic nowadays. Like I'm not looking for like red flags. Like if it's like blatantly in my face, okay.
Yeah.
But I feel like people sometimes seek it out.
I feel like that too. I feel like people have had like whatever you want to call, like bad experiences dating. So like now when they like now when they go out with somebody, instead of just kind of being in the moment, they're like looking for certain behaviors and stuff like that, rather than just worried about getting to know a person. They're going, now I've seen people in the past do this stuff, and is this something I need to be worried about? And it's like a conversation they're having with themselves in their head while they're supposed to be having this conversation with you.
100%. Do you think that, Elray?
Yeah.
When people are like seeking, like they're
too keen to look for red flags.
I feel like red flag is trendy right now. You know what I'm saying? So like it's like a thing where people are purposely looking for bad things instead of like
the better things.
Yeah. Like, instead of like, or just being normal and like doing stuff, and if a red flag comes,
it comes up. Yeah. But I do feel like I agree with what Bo's saying, where people like project their past relationship on the new guy. Like when my old boyfriend used to do this, he did this next. Are you gonna do it next? It's like, what the fuck?
Yeah, whatever leftover insecurity they have from whatever's in the past, all of a sudden that gets projected onto you. It gets dragged from the last relationship, and now any little thing you do that looks or seems familiar to something somebody's done in the past, now that's a red flag, and now they're calling into question other things that
I don't agree with that at all. I mean, I agree it happens, but it's like, why are we doing this?
It's like why is that now like the popular thing with dating? Like, why is everybody looking for toxic traits?
I mean, it's popular. It's popular. Like, even like on the like the algorithms for like the posts I put up and stuff like that. Like when I put up like the toxic things, like people love it. People love it. Like one of the most popular ones is when Michelle was talking about her boyfriend coming home like at 6 a.m. People literally love that clip. It's like I posted so many other more wholesome clips about people winning the Super Bowl, shouting out people, giving flowers. No one gives a fuck about those.
I'm here for the wholesome stuff.
Nah.
I like the wholesome stuff, but people love that type of thing, and I don't really understand that portion of it.
I'm guilty of that too, because that is a fun clip. That is a funny clip. And
that was a funny clip.
It's because it's as much as it's like toxic to talk about and constantly bring up, it's also relatable. Everybody's got bad relationship stories and things like that, things they're insecure about, and so like when you it's like it's almost like a balancing act, because it's you don't want to dwell too much in looking for stuff like that, but it's also kind of therapeutic to talk about those bad experiences you've had in the past and other people who have like relatable stories, and it's good to talk about those things and get them out there and like gain a little bit of understanding about it. But when you, like I said, if you dwell too long on it and you end up thinking too much about it, you end up doing just that. You think too much about it, and it starts fucking up any budding relationship you might actually have.
I agree, but this is a great wholesome story, though. We talk about negatives. Let's talk about the positives on this one right here. So it is my guy, 19-year-old student, makes his relationship official with 76-year-old billionaire.
Wholesome.
It was love at first sight. He said, "I felt butterflies when I saw her. This is true love."
City boys, we up, baby. Let's go.
I think it's a wholesome story right here.
That's crazy. That's all I got to say. That's crazy.
But would you be doing this right here?
He's 19 years old. She's 76-year-old.
He's waiting for the croak.
Billionaire with a B, and he's gonna get it too. She's 76 with a B on that illionaire.
Is this a real story?
It was on. I think. I mean,
All those red balloons are expensive.
God, it's me again.
I mean,
That's wild because that's crazy. I feel like it could be for internet clout, but that's.
Yeah, but here's when men are billionaires and they get like the 80-something years old with a 19, 20-something year old, we look at that like we all look at that and go, it is what it is. But now that this is like, it's basically just the genders are the ages and genders are reversed. Now it's an elderly woman, a ton of money, and some young guy who's kind of just taking advantage of the situation. But like, is it that different than like
definitely not.
The old rich guy and the young beautiful woman have an arrangement worked out between the two.
Bruh,
At some point the two of them have had a conversation and like they know what it is and they hammer out a deal between the two of them. How is that different from this?
I don't think it is different. I mean,
it's the same thing, right?
I can't. I mean, realistic. I mean, fuck, a billionaire. I mean, I probably could do it. To be
All
honest.
you jealous women out there, throw away your antiquated ideas of what love should be and understand that these two people have come to an agreement and they love each other and they're happy with this.
They love each other.
I sense there's a lot of jealous women out there who are upset because they see some young guy doing the same scam they're trying to run.
All right, thumbs up, thumbs down. You're about this. You support this.
I don't really care for it either way. So if there was like a in between button, that's what I would pick.
Could you do this?
No,
This is real life.
not. No,
$1 billion. She gives you $1 billion for your on her will. You couldn't do it.
no.
This exact lady.
No.
Everybody's got a price, and you're telling me your price isn't $1 billion?
I don't know, man. It's easy to say yes now, but I don't know.
When you're here doing this, you're taking pictures. You're on a podcast being spoken about.
Yeah, no, I don't know, man. That's a lot.
Dude, my eyes are sealed shut, and I am picturing every other awesome sex experience I've ever had in my life.
Honestly, I don't know. Let me not.
You can't do it.
Yeah, I don't know.
You said you had a would you rather, Bo, before we started.
Oh,
Do you remember this?
yeah. All right, I heard this originally on another podcast, Your Mom's House. Shout out to Tom Segura and Christina Pajitsky.
Tom Segura's the man.
So I think his wife came up with this one, and I thought this was great because she's typically terrible at coming up with hypotheticals or like this or that scenarios, but this was a really, really, really good one. Now, would you rather? Now, this is not a single guy question. This is more like in a long-term relationship type thing. Would you rather gain 400 pounds and be a 400-pound person, or have your significant other be the 400-pounder?
Ooh.
Wait, so I'm gained. So I'm gonna be
Either
600
you gain
pounds.
400,
You are the 400-pounder?
Wait, am I 400 pounds or am I 600?
400 pounds.
Oh, no. You're 400. You don't gain 400. You're 400 pounds.
Okay.
600 pounds. I need a
That's a
crane to
lot.
get you out
Yeah,
of
it's
bed.
a lot.
Yeah.
I'd rather gain the 400 pounds.
Now, here, let me put this in there. Either person is allowed to lose the weight.
Bo's booty call calling.
No comment. You're allowed to lose the weight. Either of you is allowed to lose the weight.
Well, guys, first off, I'm glad I found Bo Love on the Valentine's edition of.
It's nothing important.
So what's the question? Sorry again. So what's
Would you rather be the person who blows up to 400 pounds or your significant other?
But
And what were the stipulations?
Yeah.
It was just
The
either one can lose weight.
person who becomes 400 pounds is allowed to lose the weight within this hypothetical. But at that point now it's like,
Will you?
Are you
going to?
Are you going to take on the weight? Are you going to lose it? Are they going to take it on? Are they going to have the discipline to lose it?
I honestly can't lose the fucking 30 pounds I've been trying to lose. So
Not easy.
putting
Not easy
on,
to do.
so being 400 and trying to drop weight. I guess I'd rather it be me.
You'd rather take on the weight?
I'd rather take on the weight. Yeah.
Why is that? Now let's get into the mental.
See, then you get, I don't know. I feel like at that point, you have some degree of knowing that the person you're with loves you for you. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. All right. I like that.
I mean, I would have to do. It has to be me. I don't know why. It's like I feel like I can't picture myself. Like, even though I'm 400 pounds, I can't picture myself being with someone who has gave up and like you kind of give up at that point if you get to your.
Are you losing the weight though?
Bruh, I mean, I feel like I would. I feel like it's easier said than done.
I trust myself to put the work.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I'm betting on myself.
That's why
more than I'm betting on the other person. Yeah.
Oh, definitely I'm betting myself more than the other person. I feel like, especially if a girl's gonna be in a relationship, she's probably like, "Oh, this guy loves me. He's gonna do this," and it's like, no, I don't.
Here was a really good question somebody asked on there. They said, "Do I have to go out in public and be seen with the person?"
Ooh. That's a quality question to ask. But then
I don't know about quality.
The problem is though, as soon as you're asking that question, you can ask a million questions. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then it becomes a whole.
But that's the thing. As soon as you ask that question, it reveals something about yourself. You ask the question, "Do I need to be seen with the person who's 400 pounds?" That tells me, okay, you're not willing to take on the 400 pounds because you're not likely not willing to lose the 400 pounds and be uncomfortable with it. But you also want to have your cake and eat it too, and be in the relationship with the person, but never have to be seen out in public with them.
There's a lot to that.
That's the kind of selfish. It's like super selfish.
That is definitely a tough question because, like, I don't know. I really can't see that's not my type.
Right.
Everyone has a type, but that's not my type. But yeah, I guess it would be me though. Like, I guess I would like, if you're gonna deal with someone fat, you better deal with me being fat, I guess. That's being the selfish route.
Can you imagine how uncomfortable 400
pounds?
Nah,
400 pounds is like that's got to be
uncomfortable.
That's such a lifestyle shift. That's such a change in your day to day.
Talking about being selfish, nothing to do with relationships or anything like that. But being selfish, so we kind of spoke about it off the camera. Now bring it on the camera. Do you think if you give someone a ride, right? So, hey, Elray, I need a ride to Boston. You agree? You give me a ride to Boston.
I'm sticking the favor in my back pocket, 100%.
1,000%. Do you have a redeem card?
Yes.
You're asked whenever you need a ride to Boston, you redeem that shit on me.
I know the first person I'm fucking calling. The same motherfucker that asked me. I'm doing it single-handedly with the intention of knowing I'm gonna fucking use it when I need it.
You're redeeming that card.
It's like a reverse card. It's like in fucking Uno. It's like reverse, bitch. It's time to return the favor.
It's funny you asked that because now that I'm thinking about it, there's like so many favors I could call in. It's like I actually have an endless amount of favors I could technically call in.
So I will say, not to cut you off, I'll say there's levels to it. Having to drive to Boston to drop someone off at the airport is top tier level. So that is with reciprocation. So you understand when you take on that mission, that shit better be fucking reciprocated.
Like, yeah, especially if I don't ask you for gas money, I don't complain about it. I just go and get you and do it like a good friend. Like I am probably for sure like. I'm not gonna bring it up, but the next time I ask you for a favor, and if you like kind of give me guff, I might go.
Okay, but how about?
I guess I'm just a fucking Uber. I guess I guess next time you're trapped in Boston, I'll just be there for you anytime and never expect anything. Fine, no, it's fine. I'll do it in a very shitty way, like make it go. Okay, well, I understand where I stand with you is our friendship. Okay.
Big fact, but Elray, you give me a ride, but I pay for your gas and give you a little bit more money though. There's no way your tank costs $80 to fill up. I'm giving you $80.
It's still an IOU on there.
Yeah, it's still
So should I even give you gas money then? If it's an IOU,
I won't require.
I wouldn't require.
If I'm gonna use it as an IOU, I won't.
I wouldn't require.
I won't even ask.
No. So if you're not requiring it, then I give it to you though. Shouldn't it like kind of be even now?
No, because I would say if you tried to hand me cash, I would
I'd say no.
Good.
But
nope. I said, no, I'm good.
But the person, so another person, say that person accepts the money. Now, does that person have it on you?
They don't have a favor anymore.
Yeah, they don't have a favor no more. I think if you overpay for gas,
if you're overpaying if you're essentially filling my tank and giving me an extra $20 on top of that,
I don't think you're right.
I can't. I can't.
I don't owe you a ride.
I can't in good faith
I don't owe you a ride.
ask you for a reciprocating favor.
I would still ask, and I would still specifically ask you first.
Aside from the mileage on my car, you've essentially canceled the trip out.
Yeah. No. I don't care. I'm still. So you did that, and I'm gonna be like, all right, cool. So you technically don't owe me, but like the favor factor matters. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
The favor factor comes into play because you're like, all right, you overpaid me for gas, but then maybe like I know instantly if I'm flying abroad or wherever, I'm just fucking flying from Boston. Yeah. I could be fucking going to New York. It doesn't matter.
No way am I anybody in New York.
That's a small
first person. That's not the point.
That plane has propellers on it.
The first person I'm calling is the person I gave a ride to. The first person, no hesitation. I'm not fucking thinking about it. Doesn't matter the time.
I feel
like,
you.
Yo,
yeah.
So hey, like I need a ride.
That's why I specifically don't ask nobody for a ride to Boston other than my mom. No way I'm asking any because no one's putting that shit in their back pocket. I know it's coming. I know it's coming.
I don't care what anyone says. Mentally, you save it in your back pocket.
100%. It happened to me actually one time. Alan, you motherfucker. You got me. Because I gave him... I was going to Miami, doing a trip together, going to a Dolphins game. And I'm like, hey, it's cheaper to fly into Fort Lauderdale. Could you pick me up? He's like, yeah, bro, I got you. Didn't even hesitate. I'm like, all right, cool. It was like 30 minutes extra of a ride. I'm like, all right, bet, cool. Then he hits me up like a week before the trip. And he's like, hey, what's up, bro? What are you doing Saturday night? I'm like, oh, fuck. Oh, fuck.
Here it comes.
I already know something's coming.
Here it comes.
And I'm like, and it's like Saturday night. So he knows I could be doing something, but I'm like, actually, it wasn't Saturday night. It was like Thursday night. So it's like, I'm not doing shit during the week.
Damn.
And I'm like, oh, I don't know why. What's up, bro? And he's like, hey, man, because I booked a last minute trip coming back to Rhode Island real quick, but I'm flying into Boston at midnight. Can you give me a ride? When he's giving me a ride next week, what am I gonna say?
Yeah, you
say
can't.
no.
No, you can't. You have to
say no.
You have to bite that bullet. You have
I was
to.
like,
yeah,
bro, I'm good. I got you. Fuck. And then
it's a real pain in the ass, but you
his
can't.
plane was an hour delayed. Fuck. I was there at 1 a.m. It's like, God damn it. But luckily, guys, if you ever give anybody a ride from Logan or if they're picking them up from Logan, there is a passenger like commute station. You can wait and there's no cops on your ass. Cause like that's one thing my mom always says, oh my God, hurry up. There's cops making me move. Well, go to the damn passenger pickup lot. You can wait for me there. It's 2 minutes away. But yeah, Alan had that. He got me. I was like, God, I got to do it.
Yeah, that's tough. Cause if you've already like agreed to do something for somebody,
it was tough. Post night, I'm gonna send that shit to Alan. Alan, you got me, motherfucker. How about the people? Do you think? Speaking of like returning favors, so you invite. Well, none of us here are married, but hypothetically, we got married. All right, we had a birthday party. Is it better? We had a birthday party. Elray, you invited Bo to your birthday party. Does Bo now have to invite you back to his birthday party?
100%.
Okay, hope you're good with coming on Christmas. I skirt out of those real easy.
In that situation, you luck out. Yeah, it's like the luckiest Christmas motherfucker. But yeah, no, I feel like because if I thought to think of you to invite you, you should have that same like decency to at least like reciprocate that.
For sure. The thing is, I don't have, because my birthday's on Christmas, I don't even have like the birthday party. I don't have.
Yeah, it's Jesus' birthday.
I don't.
Bro.
Yeah, my birthday falls on a day that you can't possibly get anyone to give a shit about your birthday.
Yeah.
And it's like after,
like, not even my parents.
After the age of like 12 or 13, it's weird to like hold my birthday party like a month later to have a thing with me and all my friends. It's like I can't, after a certain age, like I can't ask you to come celebrate my birthday a month after it's already happened. Like because December is such a busy part of the year for everybody.
Oh,
it's like go ahead.
I feel like I had to. Like,
December's such a rough part of the year for everybody because everybody's doing something. Everybody's preparing for something. They've got their parties. They've got obviously like family coming in from out of state or they're going out of state. Like there's so much stuff going on with so many people. I'd feel incredibly weird trying to ask people to try to get people together to come to my birthday party. Like I'd also need like somebody else to do. There's no way I'm inviting people to my. I just feel like I feel so. Yeah, I feel weird about that.
You're in a tough situation. Yeah. Like you're in a no-win situation at all.
Yeah.
Like literally, you're always gonna get trumped all the time. Like, you got kids. No one gives a fuck. It's your birthday. Now it's your kid's birthday.
Yeah.
No, now it's your kid's celebration. Like it's Christmas for your kids.
Yeah.
No one's gonna give a fuck about your birthday. Like
and I can't expect
your future wife's not like, bro. Are you really selfish? It's a kid's birthday today. Shut the fuck. It's the kids. I keep fucking this segment up. It's the kid's Christmas.
Yeah.
No one gives a fuck about your birthday, Bo. Shut up. And you're like, damn, you got me.
You can't. Me. I can't. Then and I've kind of just resigned. Like at a certain age, I kind of just resigned myself to the fact that like I just don't have a birthday. Everybody else gets a birthday. I just don't have one. It's fine.
I couldn't imagine because my birthday is the 3rd of December, and I still kind of get that. Like, dude, my dad definitely does that. Like, he'll like, oh, I'm gonna take you out next week. Next week turns into the following week, which turns into Christmas.
Yeah, and now then
he combines them both.
Closing in on Christmas.
Yeah, then he combines them both. Oh, well, I mean, it's Christmas, so we just go out for Christmas and your birthday. No, motherfucker, that's not how it works. Yeah. My birthday is the 3rd of December. You had like 3 full fucking weeks. Take me out.
Yeah, I'm not hearing happy birthdays on Christmas Day.
Yeah, it's bad. But, yeah, no, I definitely agree with that, though. I think that I agree with what Elray was saying. I think that, you know, if I invite you to my birthday, you should fucking reciprocate that shit.
Yeah.
And send me a invite to your birthday.
That I agree. If I am gonna be having a birthday party, which of course I can't, but if I were, if there's somebody has invited me to theirs earlier in the year or whatever, it definitely wouldn't. It would feel weird to not invite them. That's like if I'm celebrating and you were nice enough to think about me for your celebration, it's weird not to reciprocate that. Like you felt close enough to me to invite me to yours, and I agree with him on that too.
How about like, say Kyle Please the Fifth, got married right now. I don't know his whatever. He gets married, and then you get like, and then he doesn't invite you to his wedding. Then you get married like 5 years.
That'd be weird.
Maybe it would be. Yeah.
That'd be super weird.
But like in 5 years, you get married. Are you gonna be like, you know what? He didn't invite me, so I'm not inviting that motherfucker.
No. I can't. I mean, Kyle's a weird case because that's like my best.
I was just using.
That's like my bet. Like that's almost. I'd probably ask Kyle to be my best man for my wedding.
Okay, well, like, whatever. Random Joe Schmo.
But like, okay, if you didn't invite me to your wedding, but then my wedding's coming up in like 6 months and I'm inviting people, I wouldn't feel offended by not being invited because I understand wedding's a thing where it's like some people want a big wedding, some people want a small wedding, some people want it just for the family, some people want to have a completely private thing that nobody knows about. So wedding's a weird thing. I kind of let people do their thing and do whatever they want to do for their wedding. If I don't get invited, I don't take that as a personal shot. And if I feel close enough to that person and I'd like to have them at my wedding, I'd feel like I'd still invite you regardless.
But what's the difference between a birthday? You just said that you feel like you should reciprocate the invite for a birthday party. Is that the same thing for a wedding?
Yeah, I don't look at the two as the same. Your birthday happens every 365 days. And you celebrate it with, every year, or maybe not every year, but friends come and go, and people come in and out of your life. And typically, when you go have a birthday, you're like inviting the people whom you're close with at the time. And you might be, I might be really good friends with you, but we haven't seen each other in a long time, and I forget to invite you, or whatever the case is. I invite you, but you can't come, and like I don't look at that as, I don't look at birthdays, or I don't hold birthdays to the same standard a lot of people do. A lot of people look at birthdays like they're this really, really, really important thing. And maybe it's because of where my birthday falls. Yeah, I never did. Fucked. I never really looked at it as it's that important.
Yeah. I mean, I typically travel for my birthday, so it's different. But the one year I did have a birthday, you didn't show up, motherfucker.
That's right.
You were on a camping trip.
I knew that was fucking coming to this.
But no, I mean the wedding situation. No, I'm holding that shit. You didn't invite me to your wedding.
Really?
I don't give a fuck if you got married 5 years ago. You didn't invite me. I don't remember that shit. You ain't getting invited to my fucking wedding, motherfucker.
It's brutal.
You ain't getting invited to my fucking
Cold
wedding.
world we live in, folks.
No, hell no. I'll definitely remember that shit. There's gonna be people like, oh, this person gets married. I wonder if I'm getting invited.
Yeah, but
And
what
I
if they
have not gotten married.
What if
I'm
they
not
did
gonna-
like one of those like? What if they did like a spontaneous Vegas wedding?
Oh, that's different. But like you're like in Rhode Island and you're pulling a wedding out. Like if he did, but if like say Brett didn't invite me, I would feel some type of way. I'd be like, for real? I didn't get invited to your wedding? He did. So that's an example. If he had not invited me, I would have felt some type of way.
But what if Brett and his wife decided that they wanted to have a very small wedding, just like incredibly close family and like friends, like then you Christ, then you have to go, oh, I'm not incredibly close with you.
Yeah, you'd be like, I thought we were close. Like I know I'm not his best friend, but I'm like, I thought we were pretty damn close. We invited to your fucking wedding, at least.
Yeah.
Like shit, I'm gonna give you a good gift at least.
I guess I understand. I might disagree, but I understand where you're coming from, and I respect that because, like, yeah, if it's somebody you felt like you were close with, and you like, maybe you don't feel.
Yeah, like, dude, I'm in his fantasy football league. We fucking go to random sporting events sometimes, dude. Like we do the random stuff together. Like that's what me and Brett's. Like we're not best friends, but like I think we do enough stuff.
Maybe you don't necessarily feel slighted by it, but you like, okay, well, I'll reciprocate that same energy from my, it's not anything personal, but if I'm not going to yours, there's no point having you come to mine, I guess.
Then take me out your fantasy football league too.
Oh boy,
they're done. But this is all hypothetical because literally
that's when it gets
personal. But this is all hypothetical because all jokes, guys. Because I was invited to his wedding. This is just for the camera. This is just for entertainment viral purposes. But obviously, like I would feel some type of way though, like situation like that. Like random people, like if it was like a random guest who had a podcast, like my guy E Official, he's the man. He had a good. His project's fire. Go check it out. It's coming out this Thursday actually. Podcast dropping this Friday.
Go check out Apex.
Yeah, go check out Apex. Like we're cool. But like if he had a wedding, he didn't invite me. I'd be like, that makes complete sense. Like,
we're not.
I understand.
We're not super close.
Yeah, I understand. Like, if you got married, I'd be like, I would expect a invite at least. Like, I would understand maybe I wasn't a best man or something, but like, fuck, at least an invite to your damn wedding.
For sure. I'm obviously. I'm inviting all my friends who have ever been close with.
Yeah, of course. That's what I'm saying. Yeah. So, guys, we keep wrapping things around to Valentine's Day. Real wait to Elray to get back to finish this podcast, but while we're waiting for Elray to see any good messages Bo sent to me, we can open up right now.
Oh shit! There should be some fun ones in there.
Oh, they're all what the fuck? Use the latest app. This makes no sense.
I go scrolling through Instagram and like the reels on Instagram, and I must bombard like the first 4 or 5 people in my messages.
Dude, I suck. Let's see. Let's pull this up right here right now. Windows capture. Oh, where Elray's supposed to be sitting. All right, which one's good right here? Okay, this keeps. All right, guys. If you see anything you don't want to see, don't be looking. What's this one right here?
Oh, play that. You ever see those big plastic balls that have people inside them? A Tesla just smacked one. Make it stuck in the tree.
Dude, I did this shit. When Brandon was like freshman in high school, I went with his friends, and I was just fucking them up, bro. I was literally just tossing their shit. We're doing like head-on-head collisions. I was just tossing. They probably got CTE off that shit, bro. I was torching. I got the clips too. I was not gonna lose. Absolutely just destroying them.
What in those
balls? Yeah, like we're hitting each other like with the. It was funny as fuck. Like, it didn't hurt, but it's funny as hell. Guys, I think Elray's taking.
I think Elray fell in. He's having a hard time in there.
Yeah. So, all right. So I got a question for you. All right. So more hypotheticals.
Let's go.
So, say your friend. Here. Say all right. So here, you lost your watch at my house, and I'm like, oh, hey, you text me, hey, if you find my watch at your house, let me know, and I'll come pick it up or whatever. And I'm like, oh, I found your watch. Actually, I'm driving by your house. I'll go drop it off to you. And on the way to your house, I lose your watch. Is it now my fault? Do I owe you a watch, or because?
Wait a minute. Okay, so I lose the watch at your house. You acknowledge and go, hey, I found your watch. I'm going to swing by and drop it off. And then somehow between I'm going to swing by and drop it off and dropping it off, somehow the watch is
My house is different. I feel like you always find it in your house. Like, say we work together.
Okay.
Hey, Effie, I think I lost my watch at work. If you ever see it, let me know.
Okay.
And I find it in the bathroom.
Okay.
And I'm like, oh, yeah, I did. Actually, I seen it in the bathroom or whatever. I seen it at the work gym. I found it. I'll come bring it back to you at work, your house tonight. And on the way to your house, I lose the watch. Do I now owe you that lost watch that you would have never found anyway, unless I found it?
Me personally, I'm not gonna go, you owe me a watch. You now owe me the price of whatever that watch cost. I'm gonna if I was dumb enough to lose it, I'm gonna go ahead and chalk that up as a loss. However, if you go, hey, I found it, and then all of a sudden in between I'm gonna drop it off, and dropping it off, you suddenly hit me with, hey, I don't know what happened, but I lost the watch. I'm not gonna ask you to pay me for it or whatever, but I am gonna that's when I'm filing away in the back and going, oh, okay, I'll remember that. All right.
But how are you coming back at me from that?
Oh, we go out to dinner. We'll go out to pull it like this. We're gonna go out to dinner, right? And we're gonna a real expensive one. I'm gonna rack it up. Let's say it was a $1,500 watch. I'm gonna make sure this dinner gets real close to $1,500, and then I'm gonna go to the bathroom, and then I forgot, and I randomly went home instead.
Oh, so you're that fucking prostitute.
I'm gonna prostitute you. I'm gonna pull a straight up prostitute move on you. Yeah.
How about you, Elray? I'm not sure. I think
that's a good hypothetical. That's a fucking funny one.
So we work together. And you lose your watch at work, and you're like, "Hey, Effie, if you ever see this watch, like, can you let me know?" And it's at the work gym, and I find it. And I'm like, "Hey, Elray, I found your watch. I'll swing by your house tonight, and I'll bring it back to you." And on the way to find the watch, I lose the watch. Do I now owe you that lost watch?
He's bringing you the watch, and then while he's bringing you the watch, he loses the watch.
No, you don't owe me because I already lost it.
I said the same thing.
But he said he's gonna rack that bill up though.
Yeah, I'm gonna. It goes. Let's go like a month later. Let's go out to dinner.
I might keep a mental tab.
That's exactly what I said. Exactly what I said.
If I lost it already and you happen to find it, but
it somehow still doesn't make it back to me.
But it doesn't make it back to me. At that point, it's technically not your fault.
Yeah.
But it is kind of your fault because you had it. And all you had to do was not lose it.
Yeah. Lose it.
Literally, all you had to do was not lose it at that point. Just hold on to this bitch.
Yeah, we said the invite situation, so you missed this part of it. We answered it already, but so we'll get your thoughts. Do you want to phrase it? Since I already asked.
Am I doing the wedding one or the birthday one?
Both.
Okay, we'll start with the birthday. All right, so I invite you to my birthday. We'll pretend it's not on Christmas. I invite you to my birthday, and you come. And then whenever your birthday is, are you obligated to invite me?
Wait, say that one more time.
I invite you to my birthday.
Yep.
And then now, once your birthday comes around, are you obligated to invite that person also to your birthday?
Yes.
Okay, that's pretty much right down there. Yeah. You're obligated.
Yes.
Okay.
I feel like if I swing you an invitation for anything out this motherfucker, you are entitled. If you have something of that same energy, of that same reciprocation, you got to ask me back.
Okay. All right.
You know what I'm saying?
All right. So then, the wedding one, same thing. If you invite somebody to your wedding, are they now obligated?
1,000%.
So how about someone like Bo, or I don't know, someone like, say if it was who's like.
What about someone like Bo?
Someone like you're cool with, but like you're not the best with. All right, no, it's different. It'll be somebody like you're really like you're cool with. Like
You can use Bo.
like
You can use
We,
Bo, it's
this is the first, we were just talking about this. This is the first time I've seen Bo in like 10 years.
Yeah.
But we went to high school.
Yeah.
all right. So back in high school days, so like right after high school, say Bo got married early. He invited you to his wedding back in 2011.
And I get married now.
Now you're getting married now.
No, I'm not inviting you, Bo.
Okay.
Because if it was the other way, I wouldn't expect you to invite me.
Is there like a time difference? So it's like that point.
Yeah, because like, what the fuck you get married fresh out of high school for? First of all,
I know that's gotta be a failed marriage.
second of all, 10 years later, like it's
10 years
longer than
later,
that.
after not hanging out for 10
For
years.
10 years, yeah, it'd be
Yeah.
weird if I invited you. You'd be like, what the fuck's he sending me an invitation
Yeah,
for?
it does-
I'd be
it does
bro,
kinda
how do-
read
I don't
weird.
even know how to send you the invitation. Where the
Yeah,
fuck?
I don't know where he lives. I don't.
He got married. You guys were cool. He didn't invite you. And you get married like 6 years later. And you guys are like still cool. Are you inviting him now?
No, you didn't invite me to your wedding.
We were cool. We were cool before, and the first person to get married didn't invite the person.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no, there's absolutely no chance you're getting invited.
I mean,
We could be best friends, bro. We could hang out the night before.
so then that brings me to the specific I brought up before, which is weddings I hold to a different regard than birthdays. All right, I understand your line is if you invited me or if I invited you, you invited me.
Mm-hmm.
Or you should. Weddings are like. Weddings, it's two people involved. It's not just my decision now. It's also my wife. And so, like, what if they decide between the two of them that they want to have like a very small wedding, just like very, very close family and stuff like that? And like, I can't. There's like a very small number of like my close friends I can invite, and you happen to get left out of that.
We're gonna have to have that conversation.
I'm now straight up left out. Like, but you're planning on having a big wedding with everybody's coming. You now holding that against that person?
So that I agree. There's a factor. Obviously, when you're getting married, it's more than just one person because the other person has to have their invitations too. I don't know. That's tough. I think instantly. Like if you just see it, no explanation, you're gonna be like, this motherfucker.
Yeah, for sure, I understand.
You're gonna be like, this like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So, but then if you like when you bring it up to them and they're like, I know, I absolutely would have, but because reason X,
Yeah,
Y,
then
and Z.
you're like,
small venue, not a
Yeah.
huge budget, whatever the case, right?
I would be pissed though. I'm not inviting you back. I don't give a fuck. You didn't invite me, motherfucker. I thought
respect
we
it.
were cool.
I can respect
I don't
it.
give a fuck if I have 1,000 people. You ain't getting that fucking invite.
It's like I will literally invite the homeless man on the corner before I ever.
Big facts. Big facts.
No, that's definitely tough though. That's because if you don't get an explanation, you just instantly like.
I definitely like. I'd have to give the explanation if that were the case.
But I feel like if you were close enough, like to have to feel a way to leave somebody out, then you have the explanation without like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Before like having the wedding, and then after being like, hey, I know we're.
I know.
cool.
I'm sorry. I didn't invite.
Yeah.
Yeah. You have to do that beforehand. Otherwise, you look like you tried to sneak a wedding out underneath somebody's without them noticing.
So like they're talking about reciprocating stuff. So how about this is my last like reciprocating. I'm just gonna have more, but reciprocating. How about reciprocating Instagram birthday posts?
Oh, I never do those to begin with anyway. So I completely opt out of that entirely. I'm not going to like your post. I'm not going to post anything of myself.
You're definitely more the low key person.
Yeah.
But if Elray, I put you on my Instagram story. Shout out to my guy Elray. Do you not owe me one for my birthday?
I feel like you kind of do. Just like, because it could be, I guess it could realistically be basic. Like, you know what I'm saying? And it really doesn't take much to like just post something on.
For sure,
You know what I'm saying? It doesn't take a lot of effort.
If I don't like have a picture of you or anything.
Yeah,
like
then
that,
it's weird.
Then I
like,
have to be like, hey,
you like share.
do you have any good
yeah.
pictures of us? I'm trying to make a
No,
post.
I would just share one from your page. You know what I'm saying?
I'd
Like,
screenshot it.
yeah. No, I could see that. I feel like that should be like, because like you're not posting random person. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. There's a good chance like you're posting like someone you're relatively close to. You know?
Right. Yeah. Somebody. Yeah. You see, like more than just a couple times a year.
Yeah.
It's like
Exactly.
somebody. Yeah.
Has someone ever give you like a birthday post? You said you don't get involved with it, so I guess it's more to Elray. for like your birthday, and someone you're like, why the
fuck?
fuck you post me for? And you're like, now I got posted on my
Right.
story, and it's like, should I post it? Like, this is weird. Now do I owe you one?
And you're like,
Yeah.
I'm like, we're cool, bro, but like, I was not expecting that.
Right.
Like, threw me off guard. Like, bro, I don't even think I have a picture with you, like, in existence. Not an old one, not a current one.
It's definitely happened to me a couple of times. Like, I'm like, what? Why me? And like, thanks.
Thanks.
But,
Yeah.
I mean, it's a compliment, I suppose.
It is I'd look at it as weird. I've only ever had I've had like friends of mine like throw me a birthday party, like try to throw me like a surprise party and stuff like that.
On Christmas?
No, but that's the whole. That's why
That's
doesn't
the
work.
dilemma.
Because it was like
You're
it
the
wasn't
problem,
on Christmas.
Bo.
It wasn't on Christmas, but it was the weeks like leading up to Christmas, and so
Yes,
they hit me.
some early.
They hit me with like, we're having a party tonight. Come by my house at this time and stuff. And then like they ended up having to hit me up like an hour or so before I was showing up. They're like, all right, I'm gonna be totally honest with you. We tried to throw you a surprise party, but we couldn't get any. I'm sorry. We're gonna have a couple people, and like people did end up coming through and stuff. But like December is such a contentious time to like get people together for something
They
that isn't.
suck. It's the easiest thing.
Nah,
Effie, hey, Bo, I'm throwing a ugly sweater party in my house. Come through. You walk in, surprise!
But,
and everyone loves ugly sweater parties. That's just easy as fuck.
I get maybe
Easy
I
as
get-
fuck.
until you
But it wasn't-
decline,
but it wasn't-
I can't make it.
Yeah, but it wasn't.
That- how easy
It
was
wasn't like an ugly.
Those both
It was.
declined.
It was a fucking. It was like a party in like somebody's whatever apartment when we're 21 and stuff, and like there's other people.
I'm saying
there's,
now
there's
it's easy
actual
as
like
shit.
ugly sweater parties happening
Like
around
rare
this time.
quality
There's
stuff.
like actual real like parties that people could go to, and I'm trying to get people to come to my birthday party. It's
tough
just like
situation.
a birthday party seems weird so close to Christmas.
Yeah, it's definitely you're in an odd situation. You're fucked. But
It doesn't get any better either.
The older you get, it seems
Probably
even
gets worse.
it seems even weirder to try to get people to come to your birthday party in your 30s. It's
I know you probably have like 6 kids and like
Yeah.
a home and like
but
family.
I'm
but-
celebrating my 32nd. If you
yeah, for sure. But hey, guys, we're having a bunch of fun on the podcast. Celebrations galore. This is the 1 year anniversary, the Valentine's Day special. Hey, make sure finding Elray Love Edition, finding Bo Love Edition. Even though he got a booty call earlier in, so he really found him some love.
Oh, with the booty call.
it's not a booty.
Bad defensive. It's not.
So make sure you follow your guy, the girl. I'm assuming you follow him already, but it's underscore Jesus Claus right underneath him. Get it, baby. Make sure you follow your boy Elray underscore Jetson. Make sure you follow your boy Explore F on all social media. EG popped under everything. Send us the moon 5-star reviews, baby. Get it.